87% of people who start working out at home quit within 3 weeks, not because the exercises are too hard, because they think they need a gym to get real results. Picture this: a cramped studio apartment in downtown Chicago, no equipment except a yoga mat with frayed edges. Sarah Chen sits on her bedroom floor at 6 in the morning, staring at her reflection in the black screen of her laptop. She's tried 3 different gym memberships over the past 2 years. Same story every time. Week 1, she's fired up. Week 2, she's making excuses. Week 3, she's paying for a membership she never uses. But here's what Sarah figured out that morning that changed everything. The strongest core she'd ever built didn't happen in a gym surrounded by machines and mirrors. It happened right there on that beat-up mat, using nothing but her own body weight and 15 minutes a day. The transformation wasn't just physical. By month 3, Sarah's back pain from her desk job had completely disappeared. By month 6, she was sleeping better than she had in years. By the end of that year, she'd built the kind of core strength that made her personal trainer friends ask what her secret was. If stories like this one get you fired up to take action, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss what's coming next. And check out our affiliate program in the description if you want to take your fitness journey even further. Here's what Sarah learned that first morning, and what most people get completely wrong about AB workouts at home. Number 1, the kitchen table revelation. Sarah's breakthrough didn't come from a fitness app or YouTube video. It came from watching her 5-year-old nephew playing on the living room carpet during a family dinner. He was doing something that looked like a game but was actually a perfect plank hold. His tiny body was rock solid, perfectly aligned, and he was laughing the entire time. That's when it hit her. Kids don't think about working out, they just move. They use their bodies the way bodies are meant to be used. No fancy equipment, no complicated routines, just natural movement patterns that build real strength. She started researching that night. What she found flipped her understanding of core training upside down. The strongest athletes in the world, gymnasts, martial artists, built their foundations using bodyweight exercises. Ancient warriors didn't have gym memberships. They had discipline and consistency. The next morning, Sarah cleared a space next to her bed, 6 feet by 3 feet. That was her gym. No monthly fees, no driving through traffic, no waiting for equipment. Just her, the floor, and showing up every single day. But the real surprise was what happened in week 2. Number 2, the mirror moment. Most people expect dramatic visual changes in their first week of working out. Sarah knew better. Real results take time. What she didn't expect was how quickly everything else would change. Day 10. Sarah woke up without her alarm clock for the first time in months. Her body felt different, not necessarily stronger yet, but more connected, like all the pieces were finally working together instead of fighting each other. She stood in front of her bathroom mirror that morning and caught something subtle. Her posture was different. Her shoulders weren't rolling forward anymore. The constant tension in her lower back was gone. She felt taller, more solid, more present in her own skin. This is what happens when you train your core the right way. It's not just about building visible abs, it's about creating a foundation that supports everything else you do. Every step you take, every breath you breathe, every movement throughout your day. Sarah's 15-minute morning routine was rewiring her entire body. Her deep, stabilizing muscles, the ones you can't see in the mirror, were waking up for the first time in years. These are the muscles that protect your spine, improve your balance, and give you that rock-solid confidence that comes from feeling truly strong. But the real test came in week 3, right when most people quit. Number 3, the breaking point. Week 3 is where home workouts go to die. The novelty wears off. Life gets busy. The excuses start flowing like water. Sarah almost joined that statistic on day 18. She woke up late, spilled coffee on her work shirt, and had 3 back-to-back video calls before 9 a.m. The last thing she wanted to do was get on the floor and hold a plank. She stood in her makeshift workout space looking down at that frayed yoga mat and made a decision that would define the next year of her life. She didn't do her full 15-minute routine. She did exactly one exercise, a 30-second plank. That's it, 30 seconds. But showing up for those 30 seconds taught her something more valuable than any perfect workout ever could. Consistency isn't about being perfect. It's about never breaking the chain. It's about keeping your word to yourself, especially when you don't feel like it. The next day, she did 2 minutes. The day after that, 5 minutes. By the end of that week, she was back to her full routine. But something fundamental had shifted. She wasn't working out because she had to anymore. She was working out because she was the kind of person who worked out. That identity shift is what separates people who transform their bodies from people who just go through the motions. Sarah had become someone who keeps promises to herself. Number 4, the compound effect. 3 months in, Sarah's coworkers started asking questions, not about weight loss or visible abs, but about energy. She was different at work, more focused, more confident. She volunteered for presentations she would have avoided before. She spoke up in meetings where she used to stay quiet. This is what happens when you build real core strength. Your entire nervous system becomes more resilient. Your body learns to handle stress better, both physical and mental. You develop what psychologists call self-efficacy, the belief that you can do hard things and see them through. Sarah's morning routine had become the anchor of her entire day. No matter what chaos the world threw at her, she knew she'd already done something challenging before most people were awake. Those 15 minutes of discomfort made everything else feel manageable. By month 6, people were asking for her routine. Friends wanted to know her secret. Her doctor commented on her improved posture during a routine checkup. Her chronic back pain, the kind that had plagued her since college, was completely gone. But the real transformation was invisible. Sarah had built something more valuable than strong abs. She'd built unshakable confidence in her ability to commit to something hard and see it through. Number 5, the revelation that changes everything. Here's what Sarah discovered that most people never figure out. The strongest core isn't built with the most complicated exercises or the most expensive equipment. It's built with the simplest movements performed consistently with perfect form. Her final routine had just 6 exercises: planks, dead bugs, bird dogs, mountain climbers, Russian twists, bicycle crunches, nothing fancy. Nothing that required more than a yoga mat and her own body weight, but she performed each movement like it mattered, like her life depended on perfect form. She didn't rush through reps to get to the end. She made every second count, every muscle fiber engaged, every breath controlled and deliberate. This is the secret that gym companies don't want you to know. You don't need their equipment. You don't need their memberships. You don't need to leave your house. You just need to show up for yourself consistently with intention and focus. Sarah's transformation happened in her tiny apartment on a mat that cost $12 in 15-minute chunks stolen from the chaos of modern life. No excuses, no equipment, no complicated science, just commitment and consistency. In 2026, we're more disconnected from our bodies than ever before. We sit at desks for 10 hours a day. We stare at screens until our necks ache. We've forgotten what it feels like to be truly strong from the inside out. But here's what Sarah's story teaches us. Real strength doesn't come from external validation or perfect conditions. It comes from showing up for yourself when no one's watching, from keeping promises to yourself when it's easier to make excuses, from building something solid in a world that feels increasingly unstable. Your core is more than just muscles you can see in the mirror. It's the foundation of everything you do. It's your physical and mental center. It's where real confidence comes from. The strongest version of yourself is waiting for you on the other side of consistency. You don't need to wait for Monday. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need to start. Check out our affiliate program in the description for additional resources that can support your journey. Drop a comment below sharing your biggest challenge with working out at home, hit that like button if this hit home for you, and subscribe so you never miss the motivation you need to keep going.